Like, right? Because sometimes maybe the maid shy or maybe language barrier, they don't want to talk, right? So they will smile back.
Fair enough.
And usually maid will stand behind ama, right? In case she falls and things like that. Very logical. I saw her face, I saw her color, and I saw clothes also. But because she was standing behind ama, and then after that, my friend was also sitting like in front of me. So it's like, I don't see her full figure, right? I just saw like partial, like half a torso. And then afterwards, it was about time to go home, and then my friend was like, "Oh, I really dread why grandma always every morning, every night on this prayer song." Then after that, I'm just like, "Oh, then yeah, I mean maybe she feels safe and things like that." So after that, she say, "I also don't want to off the light. It become quite scary at night and things like that." So we were out the door already. Me and her mom, we were out the door. And then after that, I just tell her, "Just ask your maid to off lah." She say, "I got no maid."
I really don't feel good. I'm getting a vibe.
Is anyone here? What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.
Hi everybody! So I'm back. A lot of people have been asking me, social media, where you can come back and do another confession. So I'm back. I want to share today about my Japan trip. So when I went in Japan, I think sometime in May, sometime mid-May. Then after that, I have a lot of very strange encounters in the Airbnb. So you do the usual knocking of the door, ask for permission to stay and things like that. Then all is well, but you can feel that something is in the toilet as usual. Only on the third day after we visit the temple, then things starts to become a bit strange. Then I was asking my friend, could it be because the day before we were listening to Supernatural Confessions? That's why the hantu feel they're welcome into the space. Okay, so after that we visited the temple, we had a long day, we came back to the Airbnb, and I was in the bedroom with the door closed, right? And then she was in the toilet. Then after that, she was blowing her hair, and I can actually hear she was singing this very popular Korean song called Flower. So there's the dance move and things like that, right? So I thought she was very excited. Then she was dancing, so I can hear footsteps right outside the bedroom door dancing. But how come she's outside the bedroom door, but she's also in the toilet? Then I can hear her singing, very clearly. I'm just like, she must be having a very good time right? She's in two places at once. Then I realized the voice that was singing that Korean song was not my friend's voice. About 2 minutes later, she came in the room and she showed me on her phone, "I am not alone outside."
Whoa, hold on. She received a message on her phone.
No. She showed me, she typed out because she doesn't want to say it out.
Okay.
Yeah, she doesn't want to say it out because just in case, the ghost hear her or something like that.
So the ghost cannot read lah.
I don't know lah. In Japan, maybe cannot read English. Okay, but anyway, she typed out on her phone, "I'm not alone outside." Then after that, I was like, okay, I sit up. Then I say, okay, we go outside. Then after that, I accompany you in the living room. Then I asked her, "You want to talk about it now?" She said, don't want to talk about it now because the thing just happened, right? So after that, I just like, okay. So I accompany her and things like that. Everything was normal. So we went to sleep already. About 3 to 4 a.m. in the morning, suddenly the phone rang very loudly. So I probably, if you go overseas before, they'll tell you things like, your phone actually give you alarms to tell you there's earthquakes and things like that. So the phone rang very loudly, and then after it started telling us to seek shelter. But me in my 3 or 4 a.m. days, right, I'm just like, what the hell is going on lah? Let me sleep lah. But very soon afterwards, there was tremor. So it feels like, when you want to go and sit the MRT to Jurong, then the track change. Yeah, so that's the kind of tremor that I felt. But my friend was a bit panicking in her bed. Then I'm just like, "Sis, are you okay?" But she's like, no, she's very terrified. So I'm just very confused of what's going on. Maybe, caught her off guard and things like that. So we went for the Mount Fuji tour the next day. And then the tour guide actually did mention there is an earthquake last night. So is everyone okay? And I'm just like, why are y'all making such a big fuss about a small earthquake? Then apparently it was actually, I think, grade 5 earthquake. So I went Google, apa inilah grade 5. Then after that, it says that actually, right, grade 5 means that there will be the plates that will smash on the floor, old building will collapse and things like that. I'm just like, yesterday got so serious, man. Are you all okay? So what I felt was just a slight tremor, but what everybody else felt in the same area, you know, we are all in Tokyo, right? Especially my friend that was in the same room as me. She said the tremor was very bad.
So what do you think that was? Were you protected, or what was your take on that?
So after I hear my friend's story, right, I feel that actually we were protected. Or more like I was protected because my friend still felt
Because she
the
felt
tremor.
the full tremor.
Yeah,
You was like just
I'm
a
just
little
like MRT.
shake.
He was like, oh, what's going on, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm very confused, you know, at this point of time. So what my friend actually tell me later is that, you know, when she was singing in the toilet the previous night, okay, she was blow drying her hair. Then after that, she hear echo singing also along with her. So after that, I say, when you hear the very funny voice, don't you feel like something is wrong? Then you never stop singing. So she says, you just continue sing. Then I say, then were you the one outside, right, the bedroom door, dancing? Then she said, no. Then after that, I was like very shocked because I clearly hear footsteps, right? It was very loud, like. So it's not dismissible and it's right outside the door. It's not like somewhere echo and things like that. So I can hear it's like directly outside the door. So I was like a bit freaked out. I'm just like, the house hantu like your song lah. Then they also want to dance to the TikTok video.
But you have the third eye. You are able to see spirits. Did you
to
try?
to some degree. So
Did you
after
try
that,
to reach out to this spirit and make contact?
okay, I very afraid. Okay, number one, I can't speak Japanese.
Oh,
Later got communication breakdown and like sumimasen. I don't understand. Okay, then second of all is that, you know, all these things happen so fast and we didn't like immediately go and confront the ghost, you know. Then what if we, you know, we confront wrong ghosts and things like that, we get into even deeper shit, right?
Yeah.
So okay, it's like, okay, I don't do anything about it. So my friend told me, okay, when she was blowing her hair, she didn't close the toilet door fully. So it was like slightly ajar and then there's like a little bit space. Okay. So what she saw was a bright white figure that ran past.
Oh.
Yeah, so from like the living room, where it's like outside the bedroom door, right, all the way out to the like the door, the main door outside. So after that, I'm just like, probably that's the footsteps that I heard. So white figure, people usually say is maybe divine creature or something like that, right? Something to protect you. I
Hard
have
to
no
say,
idea.
you know, in Asia, white figure, long black hair, white figure is also ghost.
No, from what my friend described it, is the whole body is white.
Just
Yeah.
glowing.
Yeah, so it's like a
Okay.
white, instead of a black silhouette, it's a white silhouette.
Ah, okay,
so
okay.
very strange, very strange. I have no idea what's going on.
I like to think it's divine then, something good-natured spirit.
Okay, the funny thing is that for me, right, when I went to the temple at Akasusa, I can't remember what's
Very susah to describe the place.
Susah lah. Okay, so pardon me. I think a lot of people who go to the Japan, Tokyo, they will know that they're very famous temple lah. Okay, everybody go there. I'm so sorry. Okay, but when I went to the temple, I actually made some donation and then, you know, do your usual prayers, which is like announcing, hi, I'm Belinda. I just come here on a trip to visit you, the main deity of the temple itself. So actually, it's quite similar to what the Chinese temple has, which is you light the candle. Yeah, I have no idea what that ritual is called. So just when I was about to donate, right, I donated. Then after that, the person came from behind the admin staff, and then they closed the booth. So my friend didn't manage to light the light. Only I light the light. Then perhaps maybe just like a 100 yen donation give back.
Like, thank you for the protection.
Yeah, like OnlyFans, you subscribe right every month. Then after that, they give you divine protection. So this was only God.
Okay, for those of you guys who recognize this confessor in front of me, Belinda was one of the early confessors for 2023. You can check out the video on our YouTube channel. She has multiple hauntings in her own home, and even when she shifted home, that particular room seems to have a little bit of problem. And Belinda have the third eye. Even though she doesn't want to see them, they keep appearing in front of her. She also came on the show as a guest and she shared her story, and now we're catching up with her again on what has happened since then, or how's your life like after you made the confession and you came on the show. How different was it been for you?
I recently have a friend that went for an operation itself. So she went to the hospital and then she came back. It was quite a major surgery. So, the whole mood was very sad and she was in the recovering period. She was in the hospital for quite a while. So I went to visit her after work. It was like about maybe 8 at night already. So it was quite late for a work day, right? And then after that, when I go and visit her, I remember this is her grandma's house. So her grandma's house, I saw her mom. I have met the mom before. And the grandma was like a new person that I have never met before. So after that, usually, people will like offer you water and things like that, right, when you go to their house. And then I remember very vividly, behind the grandma, there was a maid. Okay, so when someone smiled at you, what do you do, Eugene?
Smile back.
Smile back, right?
Yeah.
Polite, right? Because sometimes maybe the maid shy or maybe language barrier, they don't want to talk, right? So they will smile back.
Fair enough.
And usually maid will stand behind ama, right? In case she falls and things like that. Very logical. I saw her face, I saw her color, and I saw the clothes also. But because she was standing behind ama, and then after that, my friend was also sitting like in front of me. So it's like, I don't see her full figure, right? I just saw like partial, like half a torso, right? And then afterwards, it was about time to go home. And then my friend was like, I really dread why grandma always every morning, every night on this prayer song. Then after that, I'm just like, then maybe she feels safe and things like that. So after that, she say, I also don't want to off the light. It become quite scary at night and things like that. So we were out the door already. Me and her mom, we were out the door. And then after that, I just tell her, just ask your maid to off lah. She say, I got no maid. Then after that, I just like, okay, bye. I'm leaving now.
So how did that character look? It looks like a maid, like a Filipino maid.
It looks like Indonesian maid.
Indonesian.
Yeah, but she don't look malicious, She just look like probably like a guardian of the
What
house.
kind of
or
outfit?
something.
Like, because when I think of a maid, I don't think of someone that's well dressed or even dressed in a very old outfit. I think like maybe baggy t-shirt and shorts.
Yeah. So
Like
it
that.
was a white t-shirt,
Yeah.
and then I think it was like some sort of like circular print, so like polka dots or something like that.
That's a very badly dressed guardian spirit.
I have no idea. Hey, probably someone burned for her, then she just take lah.
Polka dot outfit, never mind, I just wear.
And also recently I have a very strange encounters, which is a lot of children, strangers, I have no idea, they just met me, at NTUC and streets like that. They will just look at me, right? Like they recognize me. Then I'm just like, where you come from? Then they will wave to me and then they will say hi. Sometimes they will even have conversations with me.
But did they disappear? Did they fit into the wall?
No lah. They look like human children.
So did the maid. The maid also look like human. So you can't tell. They say you just go there and slap one time. Your hand go through, then you know it's ghost.
You
If the
slap
kids start
children,
crying,
I
then
think.
oops, sorry.
Later the police will come. Anyway, very strange. So I have no idea. Maybe some thing is happening. I'll update you again.
The last time you said that your boyfriend was a very powerful negator.
Young energy lah. The ex-boyfriend.
Ex-boyfriend.
Ex-boyfriend, must remember ex-boyfriend.
Okay, so recently ex-boyfriend. Back then when we interviewed, was still the boyfriend.
Yeah.
And you said that his young energy repelled a lot of this entity from you. Now there's an ex-boyfriend. There's no more protection. What's the difference now?
I feel like I am still being protected. Okay, maybe the ex-boyfriend, I think he himself, because he has been doing so many funny things, right? Okay, I think it's also my right to go and share this story. So back then, okay, when he did funny things overseas, okay, without my knowledge.
So when you say funny things, is it spiritually funny things or?
No, he went to Vietnam and then he have his hanky-panky there, right, with a couple of women.
Yeah.
So anyway, okay, he go and do funny things. He came back very guilty, his whole personality changed and things like that. Okay, so this one, perhaps it can be because of guilt and also maybe because I feel like he kena gong tao. This 1 year that when the event happened already, I feel like he was a bit strange, his energy was a bit low and things like that. He's a strong non-believer. He's like super team logic, right? So he tell me that he doesn't believe in Guan Ning Ma, he doesn't believe in ghosts, doesn't believe in anything, So usually when I experience things, I don't tell him because people will feel like, hey, you xiao, So you just like, okay, just don't say anything. When I hear all this happen, my first instinct was that you are dirty. You need to be cleansed. And I don't do much cleansing. Okay, so the best I could do is I say, hey, you humor me a bit. Okay, so I say I have this. I got this from amulet from a friend. I don't know whether you can see. Yeah. So this is an amulet from a friend. It's called the Pitta. It's the Chinese. Sorry, not Chinese. This one Thailand. Thailand amulet. Yeah. So it's mainly just for protection. I don't ask for anything else lah. Yeah. So it's just protection. Okay. And then I say you humor me. You take this, and then I give him one black obsidian crystal also. Right, so usually that is like to have protection and have the bad negative energy to be removed. He said okay. Then he put that at his table, which is like near his bedside, right? And then after that, later he texts me and then he tell me when he go to the toilet, okay, and he pee, there's a red string that came out. Confirm kena gong tao, I tell you.
Whoa.
Yeah, and this is 1 year after the whole incident happened. After that, his whole complexion improved. Yeah.
So you reckon that he went to Vietnam, had a relationship with a Vietnamese girl,
Yes.
broke her heart,
Probably.
and then she put a curse on him.
Yeah, because some story cut short lah, right? Okay, which is this girl, right? Met on Tinder. So they were staying at Airbnb number 1, right? So after they did stuff, and then after that they moved to the second Airbnb because of like constraint issues lah, right? Okay, quite normal. So they moved to the second Airbnb. So my ex-boyfriend basically ghosted her. Don't want to tell her where's the new Airbnb and things like that. And then after that, the morning when they moved, right, they were still moving their luggage and everything. According to my ex-boyfriend, he said that, okay, she took a photo at a cafe nearby the second Airbnb. She doesn't know where is the second Airbnb.
Yeah.
But when they move to the second Airbnb, while they're still moving, okay, haven't go in the Airbnb yet, she took like a cafe photo, like a photo in the cafe, like with coffee, near the second Airbnb.
Where did she post it? Did she send it to him or?
She sent it on the Tinder app.
It's to tell him that I know where you are.
Yes. And then after that, no more conversation anymore.
Because she obviously tried to reach out to him over Tinder. And
Yeah, probably lah. Cause I never see the text.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is what he told me. He said, this girl did something wrong. I say, see lah, you do this kind of thing, confirm you kena something. Probably about 6 months after he cheated.
Yeah.
Then after that, he was riding motorcycle. So when he was on the motorcycle, right, okay, it was the expressway to Tampines. And then there was like what's that called? The hole on the ground.
Like a pothole?
Yeah, correct. So it's like a pothole. Okay, but just nice his bike, the wheel hit the pothole and then he flew. Yeah. So usually he only wear half face helmet. So you can imagine half face helmet is quite dangerous.
Yeah.
But that day, because very strangely he agreed to come and meet me for dinner. Usually he don't do this. But just nice that day, because he agreed to go and meet me for dinner, right? He wear a full face helmet. And he landed face first. And then the whole mask, right, was like, you can imagine the marks lah. And then he flew, okay, like probably about maybe 2 cars distance. Yeah. So and landed face first, and he actually like got off, right, with very, very, very minor injuries. No broken bones, no broken finger and things like that. But of course, like one of his finger, like the flesh was showing and things like that lah. But there's nothing broken,
You know, for as much as you said that he's the young energy that protects you, I obviously believe that you already have a guardian angel with you since the first confession that I did with you.
Okay.
It could also be your energy, your guardian spirit is protecting him.
And then good riddance to him lah. Now all the spirit come and
But
find
why
him.
did he even confess to you? Did something trigger for him to confess? Because what happened in Vietnam stays in Vietnam. There is no need for him to come and tell you, right?
Yeah, because he told me it was school stress. You know, all this 1 year, whatever happened, you say, my school is causing me a lot of stress. I need to, do well in school and things like that. So, of course, being a supportive girlfriend, you just, help him out wherever he can, right?
Yeah.
So after that, I found out. Yeah, I saw like videos and things like that. It's very nasty.
Could you send me the videos for research purposes?
Alamak, not nice lah. So small only. Then how? I think you can find better content.
Okay.
Yeah. The woman also not pretty.
Ah.
Want to eat, right? I always tell him, you want to go out and cheat. I tell him like last time lah. Okay, you want to go out and cheat, right? Better make sure you cheat with someone prettier. So I can say, right? Okay, is you like ham suck. But if you cheat with someone ugly, means that I got problem. Correct or not?
Correct.
Okay, but no. Okay, but anyway, please don't cheat. Okay, moral of the story is you don't promise people things that you cannot deliver. And then after that, if you anger me, karma comes.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Is anyone here? What did you find? You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.